Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about what's going on outside with this beautiful weather. Here's a live view from Ensign Peak, or from the Black Desert Sky Camera first, and you can see a lot of blue sky showing up out there, just a couple of high, thin clouds moving in, but overall, it's a magnificent day as you look across southern Utah. I'll show you that current temperature in just a few moments, but over Ensign Peak, we've got a mixture of some clouds, a couple of blue sky spots out there, and also we've got a little bit of that inversion haze. It's not a lot with the inversion season coming close to an end, but it's a little bit, and it's enough that is definitely noticeable when you step out the door. All right, let's look at your forecast here along the Wasatch Front. We're going to have those temperatures going from the low 50s through the 40s as we go throughout the evening hours. So not terribly cold, but you may want to have a sweatshirt or a sweater on as you're going to be out and about throughout the evening hours, but definitely not looking at any cold temperatures, at least considering some of the numbers we've seen so far this season. In St. George, we'll go from the low to mid 70s. Yeah, the low to mid 70s this afternoon, dropping through the 60s and into the 50s as we go throughout the evening hours. You're going to have a few more extra clouds. Can't rule out an isolated spotty shower, but for the most part, I think it's going to be primarily on the dry side. All right, let's talk about this weather pattern because it's a pretty simple one in terms of meteorology, and it fits for the first weekend of meteorological spring. In fact, the first day of meteorological spring is today, and you can see we've got this big ridge in the west. High pressure ridge, that's where all the warm air goes, and you've got a big trough, a trough of low pressure off towards the east. That's where all the cold air and the below normal temperatures go. So as long as you have that pattern in place, yeah, we stay warm underneath that ridge of high pressure across the Intermountain West and even over towards the West Coast, and that will continue to be the case. Now, I mentioned that upper level low pressure. We've got one trying to cut across the far southern half of the country. And again, that may basically skim southern Utah, bringing an isolated shower or two, but overall, don't expect too many effects from that as it makes its way through. Look at these temperatures. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, it is definitely feeling like the first day of meteorological spring out there. 60 degrees currently in Vernal, 60 in Price. We've got 59 in Delta, 60 currently in Cedar City, 61 in Hanksville, 65 Lake Powell. The one cool spot, yeah, our friends in the Cache Valley at 42 degrees right now. A little bit more snow on the ground with that inversion. A little harder to warm it up there. But notice St. George, my, 75 degrees. Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, I talked about that upper level low. You can see this cutoff low pressure over northern Arizona. A little bit of moisture with it just to the south of St. George. It's trying to pivot into the area, but the air is fairly dry. But there could be an isolated spotty shower. But what we're really waiting for and watching for some weather impacts here in the coming days is this system off the West Coast. It will arrive for our Monday into Tuesday, and this is the system that will bring us a little better chance of precipitation across the area. So the next big thing as we go into our Monday and Tuesday, what we're talking about, a wintry mix moving back into the area. I've given it the red light there as I do expect us to have some impacts from the system, especially for pretty much all of our mountains. I think our mountains will definitely see some impacts with accumulating snow with this system, and we may even see a rain-snow mix at times down into the valleys. Let's talk about these winter weather alerts here. Looks like we're going to toss it back over to you, Jordan.
All right, Cedric, thank you very much.